Welcome back from the break. You're still on the program Africa Today right here on NBC on 43.2. At the recent AU summit that just ended in Addis Ababa, President Zat of Zambia made this comment. He said unemployment wasn't a challenge or an issue some time back, but now he's urging the African leaders to deal with it like right now. Godwin, what are your comments? He said it wasn't an issue before, but right now he wants the leaders of Africa to get onto it and figure out something.
I guess maybe probably what he should have said was that it wasn't an issue as we have it today.
Right.
Yeah, because basically, in times past, obviously, there were some unemployment issue, especially if you didn't have the right skill level. Obviously, you're not going to get, a job. But then, as long as you had the skill, jobs will be waiting for you. What for me, I think that, but I think that his point about the fact that it is a huge issue now, so it should be addressed, is an important one, and that's what really kind of is an issue of concern for me. And let me say this: the reason why for me unemployment is a big issue in Africa today is one, the defective educational system we have. One of the things that happens is that usually within an institution, the various higher institutions actually producing graduates who are not ready for the job market. That's number two. And paper tigers, as he rightly said. For example, if you look at things are changing in this world at this point. We are moving to what we call the technology age, or some engineering sector, the oil sector and all that. But then you have people who are still, lots of the degrees are coming from English, philosophy, history. I'm not saying that these are not important, but the point is that the degrees that we give or offer at the universities should match the times, so that students, as soon as they graduate, will get jobs. So that's a defective system. Another one, obviously, is corruption. So for me, if there's corruption, obviously will trickle down to the ordinary person, which will also actually create problems for people and others. So those are problems. So just of course, he's actually indicating the African leaders should address that. What they need to do is to look within, among themselves, and ask themselves, what is it that they have not done within the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, which is really the problem that is happening in Africa.
Okay, Funsho.
Yeah, in addition to that, that's perfect. In addition to that is the fact that in time past, you see, because the problem we have is we wake up one morning and we find a problem on our hands. I participated with the TRB in Washington a long time ago, and 50 years ahead, as a matter of fact, the data is in year 2055, American senior citizens that will be driving on American roads will be X percentage. In other words, at that time, that is 50 years ahead, and the inadequacies of older people, senior people, the reflexes are slow, the sights are bad, and therefore from I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago, they started planning to reduce the number of road signs, especially at intersections. In other words, they knew ahead. But in Africa, we wait until the thing comes now, and then we begin to run around.
We take measures.
Because you see, in time past, I believe it's the same thing all over Africa. If you didn't have a degree, you have not gone to college. Unlike in Germany, for instance, if you have those that are respected in Germany for going to college are the doctors, the lawyers, and I think there's one other. But I tell you, those that go into College of Technologies that are skillful using their hands,
the vocational institutions.
A situation where, for instance, you go into a Volkswagen factory, you find a mechanic earning more than his manager.
Because he knows how to do the job.
Yes.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So basically, the problem you have identified, the solution is we should simply begin in Africa to think about skills development.
And ahead of time.
Ahead of time. And that's where to go now.
Awesome. So something for Africa. Now let's come over to the African Cup of Nations. Hey, Baldwin, is Nigeria still missing out? Nigeria is still. It was just an honest and really humbly asked question. Is Nigeria? That's why I said. Is Nigeria still?
Unfortunately, they are still in the tournament.
Okay. He just answered that.
Unfortunately, because
they are in the tournament, but the folks back home in Nigeria are not watching it live.
Now they are watching.
Yeah. Now they are
watching.
Great. So that's wonderful. Did they pay the 4.3 million euros?
They found a way to address the problem. Let's just say that. Yeah,
okay. Let's just say that to make the Nigerian folks. Now, my Nigerian friends, Abego was an honest, really question, please.
They're going to get after you on Monday, don't worry.
I just asked a simple question. You have any more on the African Cup of Nations?
Yeah, basically, I think that for me...
The teams, who is in and who is out?
A number of them have gone out. There are 8 teams actually remaining.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah, quarterfinals. South Africa is there, Nigeria is there, Ghana... obviously is there.
Algeria.
Algeria and Cote d'Ivoire.
Algerians are strong.
Togo is actually there too.
Great.
And so I mean they have qualified for the quarterfinals and then they'll be kind of playing too. But let me actually give a general assessment of the tournament. In my estimation, this has been a tournament of low quality, trust me. I think that I'm not sure what is missing basically, but the level of play hasn't really caught on very well.
As compared to
even the previous one. Yeah. I don't know what is happening, but I think that something is obviously missing and they probably need to pick up. Maybe because of the preliminary stages, which is why things happen that way. But we hope that in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, it will live up to its name. Because, I mean, for a number of the players, a lot of these guys actually come from outside, the agents, to look at them and to kind of coach a number of them. So they need to pick up, really well.
With the 8 teams still in the tournament, is there any particular one that your heart is soft on?
No, definitely. I think that I believe and I know that obviously Ghana will win the tournament.
That's a good one. Funsho, he said he believes and he knows that Ghana is going to win.
Let me predict that.
Okay, go with your prediction.
Ghana
I'm writing it down. Godwin said Ghana.
Nigeria in the finals.
Oh, so Godwin, Ghana, and Funsho is saying finals, Ghana and Nigeria.
And what I said
and
was
how much money can I put on this one?
No, just game on.
Okay. I'm trying to make myself.
Now here's what I'm saying. I think he's right. I'm not even sure if the path actually makes it possible, but they can meet in the final. I don't care. The most important thing is that Ghana will win. That's all. That's my point.
We just wait to see.
All right, so Ghana and Nigeria. Bring it on. That's Ghana and Nigeria, right? All right. Now let's go over to entertainment. Nigerian movies to debut on American cable television, hopefully starting in February, and it's going to cost $3.95 to watch, which is good.
Yeah.
Very good.
You look through it, the list of or the titles of the movies, like I want this one, pay-per-view, $3.95, and this is coming from a media company, and they also said that this will cut down on piracy, and this is number one issues affecting the movie, not just the movie industry, everywhere.
The creative arts
piracy, music. You order songs and you pay $25 for a CD, and you can get it. Somebody is selling it for $3-4. The same thing with movie. So $3.95, you can watch it. What are your thoughts?
Oh, great job for to these guys. It's not just piracy, but also I believe that this is going to help Nollywood and especially other African countries.
Yes.
Gollywood.
Know that we have good movies in Africa.
In terms of quality, because this is really a breakthrough for
and also expose the actors and the actresses to Godwin.
A number of them have actually made it up, broken the glass ceiling.
Good.
They've done well already, but I think that a number of them will also be given the recognition they deserve, and then of course they can get into some collaboration or partnerships with American organizations and companies and all other movie making industries. But the other thing is that for me tells me that obviously looks as if there's some quality to the work that is going on in Nollywood, which is why the company has actually decided to take that project on. Great. Now, it also a recognition that there's a large African community within the US.
The market.
The market. So they know that obviously there's a market over here, which is why they are kind of exploiting for that purpose. So I think it's great. I particularly enjoy Nigerian movies. In fact, to be honest with you, better than I do. Let me say general African movies better than I do other genres of music because of the storyline, because it resonates with my experiences. So I think it's great, and it's something that I'll be proud of.
The media company is Brandcast Media Incorporated.
Yeah. Okay.
So we say kudos to them.
Sure.
And then, so that's it
Sure.
on entertainment. And we say thank you so much on behalf of the technical crew. You don't see them. All right, we see them. We have to deal with them. Thank you. And to Funsho and Godwin, you guys been great. Thank you. Until the same time, remember to watch NBCLiveTV.com on your mobile devices around the world. Take care and have a good night.